Again, Frontier Conference Cross Country Media Day as we roll through this afternoon. And our next up, as I look up and see him here, we've got the University of Montana Western. Montana Western head coach Taylor Grove in her second season as head coach with the Bulldogs. She is an alum of Concordia University in Nebraska. The Bulldogs are in the second year of building rosters under Coach Grove and have full teams for both the men and the women. Last season, the program claimed 2 Frontier Conference academic all-conference recipients on the men's side. Coach Grove is accompanied by Olivia Stedman-Heiner and Brody Henry, and I'll turn it over to Coach.
Hi. Yeah, I guess we're just excited to be here, excited to have a full teams this year and stuff on both our men's and women's side. I think I have 8 women on the eight women on the women's side and 8 men on the men's side running this year. They haven't all raced yet, but excited just for bigger training groups and stuff. I think overall, like, our team has been running well for the level of runners that we have on the team, and just individually where they started the season and have continued to progress or continue to stay consistent with their races and stuff. Kind of like Coach Callahan over at Northern, I think we have just a lot of inexperienced runners. I have a couple of the women on my team who maybe either only did track or only did cross country, but didn't run both. I have 2 men, one who never did high school cross country before. He played football in high school and then kind of got into running after high school, and he's joining us with some half marathon and marathon running experience. And then I have a young runner on one of the men on my team also who only ran one season of cross country as well, just because his high school only offered it the 1 year. So I think with that kind of just inexperience with racing and training and stuff allows for a lot of development for our team. We do have some good returners. I think a lot of underclassmen who have just stepped up they're still only sophomores, and they've been good leaders and stuff on both the men's and women's side. I know both these athletes I have here are both still just sophomores, and they've been just great to have on the team as far as team dynamic and stuff goes. So I'm excited for this season and the seasons to come.
What are the key differences when you look at last year without full rosters and now with 8 on each side? How does that change your daily routine and even your meet routine having full rosters?
Yeah, I think just like daily for practice, it kind of gives people more people around their current running ability to train with. So it's kind of created better training groups, a better training experience. Again, just a different team dynamic at practice as far as having a larger group to run with on your easy runs and stuff as well. And then, I think just meet wise and stuff, you're kind of able to focus on the whole team, get the whole team warming up together, cooling down together. The men cheering for the women cheering for the men. And just kind of have that larger group. Again, even racing wise, it kind of gives people a good group to go out with in their race, who are their teammates, who they're comfortable running with. They can kind of key off their own teammates rather than just having to kind of go out in the middle of the race and not have anybody else who who's on their team running with them. So I think that's been just important aspect for us in both training and racing.
Brody and Olivia both were nodding vigorously through that. Brody, why don't you give us what it changes in your mentality as a runner?
So just having a bigger team, it really changes, because going into it last year, we had 5 guys on the team. So if one of them doesn't run for some reason, then we don't score. And so then you're still running for yourself, but you're not running for a team. So it doesn't hold as much of a weight on you during the race. So I think now definitely having those numbers, that even if somebody's not running, then we're still going to score points as a team. So my race counts for both me and the team. So it pushes me gives me more motivation rather than just running for myself.
I think most people would view it from the outside is very individual. Olivia, kind of go off of that and the idea of not only running for yourself, but having a team and the idea of being part of that team to score and just trying to keep getting better.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to have a girls team because last year we only had 3. And it's hard only having 3 girls. I mean, even at practice, it's different now this year because we have like a whole group of people. We can all talk. And last year we didn't really talk that much when we ran. But just having a team that we're all getting better together. We all use each other because we're a team. So it's
so Coach Grove didn't let you talk last year. Is that what I just heard?
No, she let us talk, but we just had nothing to talk about.
It's amazing how much that means. The idea of having a full team and being part of something bigger and being able to fill a space even, it certainly changes dynamics and probably I would have to assume the experience this year to this point is probably light years ahead of what it was last year.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Grove, what do you have left in your season?
Yeah, so we're racing in Billings on Friday, along with pretty much all the schools in our conference, I believe. So I think that's another good look at like the conference teams. Again, I kind of always, tell people, see who you're kind of around in the conference, like we're running with our teammates, but also like think about what group in the conference like you want to be at. I think it's important for us to look at in our meets where we place in the conference. I know at our last meet, Olivia was able to be our 5th conference runner in, and I think that's always kind of a good goal is just like move yourself up each race where you're at in our conference. And then we'll go to Lewis and we'll have a weekend off, and then we go to Lewis and the Lewis and Clark invite over in Lewiston, Idaho. I don't know that any of our conference schools are going over to that since they'll race in Michigan the next weekend, but I think that will be a good experience for our team. It will be an overnight trip, so that'll be just a fun like team bonding experience. And then I think it's a bigger racing environment just with more teams than we're used to racing against, and a lot of competitive teams from like the Cascade Conference, I believe, will like be over there. So I think it's just gives us an opportunity to run against in a bigger field against some faster runners, which will be a good experience for our team as we head into conference.
Yeah, I'd have to think that meet will be awful large. Like you pull, like you say, pull everybody from the West Coast and probably get some pretty large packs running in that one.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of teams from the West Coast. It'll be Division I, Division II, NAIA. So kind of all different levels of teams and stuff as well for us to run against.
Do the bigger fields push you as runners? Do you like being in the big crowds, or do you like being in our frontier crowds? Do either of you want to chime in on that?
Yeah, I like the big crowds. Naturally, there's just the flow of the race is way faster, so it just pushes you without even putting effort into it. So for running fast, I like the bigger crowds.
Okay. Well, do we have anything else for Coach? It looks as though. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I said that was it.
And it looks like you're cut free. So we appreciate your time and best of luck in Billings and, of course, down to LC.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.